Hello, you guys. It's Parker Leslie Gessner, aka Movie and TV Show Review Guy here once again. And that, so, and, so, um, so I'm hoping how have you guys been doing today? Well, I'm doing very good today, so, so I'm doing very good. So today I'm here revealing Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed from 2004. This is a sequel to the first movie, 2002. That this film takes place after the events of the first movie from 2002. The sequel came out in 2004. And so the villains, there are costumes in the movie that turn into monsters. Yeah, these ones are like from the original Scooby-Doo cartoons. Yeah, and I mean, the film started by Raja Goes Now again. Oh, did she? And the film stars once again Matthew Lillard, Shaggy Rogers, Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred Jones, Sarah Joel Gellar as Daphne Blake, Linda Cardellini as Velma Dinkley, Seth Green as Patrick Wisley, Neil Fenton Scooper Dooby Doo. Seth Peru's Ned, Peter Boyle as Almond Wickles, Liz Everson as Hover, Tim Blake Nelson as the evil masked figure. I life. Now the film takes place in Coosville once again. And so let's get into the plot of the movie without getting further too much away. The movie starts off with getting an opening night to the museum. The Mr. Inc. is invited there. It is a newspaper woman named Heather Jasper Howe, who was live reporting about the Mr. Inc. She has an assistant named Ned. He was the cameraman guy who was the helper of Heather Jasper Howe. Now there's the monsters there, like the costumes. The Black Knight Ghost. The Pterodactyl Ghost. I don't know. Wait. Smelling for the 9 There's the tar monster. Cousin Candy Glob. And it felt like the 100-volt ghost and the zombie. There's a zombie. And then Velma? Velma has a crush on someone named Patrick Wisely. Yeah, Patrick Wisely. Someone else's theory. Old Man Wickle is. Old Man Wickle. And then the pterodactyl ghost begins coming to life, and all the other costumes begin coming to life. There's attacking the museum. There's a new villain on the loose. The evil masked figure, this guy. Then the pterodactyl ghost. The evil masked figure sold 2 costumes. The pterodactyl ghost and the 1000-volt ghost. And then, after the attack, the Mystery Inc., or is also known as Mystery Incorporated, is being questioned by the authorities for any of the latest attacks. And the next morning, while they're hanging out back home, Heather Jasper Howe is reporting live on news for what happened in the museum tonight, but she immediately had criticized the Mystery Inc. on live TV. Jack and Scooby decided to be detectives, so they got in clothes. And then the discovery. Discovered that the mad scientist, Dr. Jonathan Jacobo, was the one who was the original pterodactyl ghost. Yes, we go to a flashback of when we see Dr. Jonathan Jacobo creating monsters. He was a mad scientist and he was creating monsters. Yeah, it's kind of like the first movie. We got to do a flashback. And Dr. Jonathan Jacobo was sent to prison. He was planning to do a prison escape, but then he fell down on the river. And then he died. Wow. And then back in the present. Then back in the present timeline, they discover that Omen Wickles was the old prison cellmate to Dr. Jonathan Jacobo. So they suspect of him of working for his old pal Dr. Jonathan Jacobo. And then they head to his house to investigate to look at some clues. Velma, Fred, and Daphne find a book from Dr. Jonathan Jacobo, which he gave to Old Man Wiggles before he died. They discover it's a book about to create monsters. And while Jack and Scooper hang out in the house, they notice the presence of the Black Knight Ghost, and then the Black Knight Ghost attacks them. And then they flee from Owen Wickles' house, and then they head back home. And then Patrick appears, and Velma refuses to go out with him, but Daphne encourages him to do so. I remember in the museum, Patrick asked Velma to go out with him, but she refused. And so then Jack and Scooby instantly lie to the gang, saying that Scooby's really sick, so that they're going out to have a bit of a hunt. But then Jack and Scooby head to a restaurant. Yeah, the restaurant. And the people who were there were all the people they've unmaxed before. Jack and Scooby were in costumes, but then they instantly recognized them. Yeah, all these people in the diner. That's the presence of Old Man Wickles. They try to ask him questions if he's done anything creepy lately, but he says he hasn't done anything creepy. And then while they're having a dance in the diner, the people just instantly recognize them. They kick them out of the diner, then they get put in the trash can. And then, meanwhile, back to the gang. They head to the museum and discover that all the costumes have been stolen. That the Tearderator Ghost and the Black Knight Ghost had stolen the rest of the costumes. That Patrick's so angry, and then he leaves, and then Velma heads back outside, and then The authorities ask Fred if the latest attacks, but Fred does not. But Fred instantly gets criticized by the live report again. It's Heather Jasper Howe. This point, Daphne seems to realize that she must be the evil mask figure, rather than see the evil mask figure himself on the top of the museum. And then meanwhile, back to Shaggy and Scooby, they head to Dr. Jonathan Jacobo's lab. They're messing around with all the experiments, all the liquids, and then Daphne, Fred, and Velma, they enter Holman Wickles. Head to Old Man Wickles' workshop, and they try to ask him questions about his latest recent attacks upon the monsters and about Dr. Jonathan Jacobo. But Old Man Wickles says that he never was really involved into any of the monster attacks. And that he also says that he and Jacobo had never been friends, and that they've hated each other since they were in prison. And Fred and Velma and Daphne head into Dr. Jonathan Jacobo's workshop. And then they confront Shaggy and Scooby for lying to them. And the mystery discovers that the evil mask figure has all the costumes. And then Shaggy and Scooby mess with a scanner, and then all the monsters all begin coming to life. And then the Mr. Inc. heads to their old workshop. And to see an old picture of them when they used to hang out with each other in their childhood. And then we see a flashback of when they used to hang out with each other during their childhood. And then back in the present timeline, while they're hanging out inside the workshop, the monsters of instantly had followed them there. So then they all head back to Dr. Jonathan Jacobo's workshop. And then all the monsters are there, and they capture Jackie and his friends. And Scooby saves them, and he defeats all the monsters. He puts the scanner back in, and then they all get destroyed. And then the evil mask figure has been captured and has been taken to the authorities. And they all discovered that the evil mask figure was in fact Heather Jasper Howe. Also, Daphne was right all along. Daphne was right. It was her. But it wasn't really Heather Jasper Howe. It was actually Dr. Jonathan Jacobo, the original pterodactyl ghost. And that he survived the fall up the prison wall. And he disguised himself as Heather Jasper Howe, and he turned the press against the Mystery Inc. And then he also framed Old Man Wickles by putting the book in the Black Knight Ghost in his mansion. And it's also revealed that Dr. Jonathan Jacobo, aka the evil mask figure, aka Heather Jasper Howe, had an assistant working along with his evil plans. And it was the cameraman Ned. And they both got arrested. So Velma plans to hang out with Patrick. And all the authorities congratulate Mr. Ink for solving the mystery. And then later, they're at the Fox Ghost restaurant and they're all hanging out. So that's the end of the movie. So that's the plot of the movie. So now let's get into the movie review of the film. So I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, it's all the characters are really cool about the Mystery Inc. I love the flashback that they had in the movie. They never saw this in the first movie, but they did this in the second movie. And while the story is very amazing. I know we have two flashbacks in the movie. First flashback is Dr. Jonathan Jacobo, and the second one is the Mystery Inc. And I love all the bad guys in the movie. The main villain is Dr. Jonathan Jacobo. There's Ned, and there's all the costumes in the movie, like the Black Knight Ghost, the Pterodactyl Ghost, and that's, But the songs in the movie are so cool. If you're on a Scooby-Doo, where are you? And I thought the soundtrack is very amazing. I thought the special effects are so cool. I thought the visuals are really amazing. And I thought editing is very marvelous. And I thought the direction of the film is so cool, and I thought the background is really nice. And I thought the structure is very amazing. I thought the pacing is very nice. I thought steaming is very cool. I mean, as well, the signs of locations are very cool. Well, the CGI is very amazing. And the characteristics are very amazing. And also, I thought a lot of the action scenes are very cool. And also, I thought the acting is very cool, and I thought the writing is very nice. As well, the climax battle was so nostalgic. Finally, thought the end of the movie was really cool. So that's my movie review. Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed from 2004. My movie rating of this movie is that's a 10 out of 10, like the first movie, an A+, an S+. So thank you guys for joining my movie review of Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed from 2004. And don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye you guys. See you soon until next time.